I've just flown 8 hours from Brisbane to Singapore. Now I'm catching my connecting flight onwards to Bangkok. This is 2 hours in Singapore Airlines business class. Once we disembarked in Singapore, we had around 3.5 hours before the next flight. My first stop, the lounge, for some much needed breakfast. Changi Airport offers multiple Singapore Airlines lounges, and today we headed to the Terminal 2 Silver Crest business class lounge. Not to be confused with the Chris Flyer Gold Lounge, which is for status holders. The Silver Crest lounges are reserved exclusively for business and first class. The lounge was spacious with ample seating and a generous breakfast buffet. The shower suites, while clean, were very narrow. After about an hour, some food, coffee and a refresh, we decided to stretch our legs and explore the airport. With 2 hours to spare, we took the SkyTrain over to Terminal 1 to check out the Jewel. Fun fact, the waterfall doesn't operate at 7 a.m, which we since discovered. We wandered through some shops before heading to our gate, which as it turns out had changed to Terminal 1. Luckily, we were already in the right place. Boarding an A350 once again, our seats this time were 19 and 20 kilo on the right-hand side of the aircraft in the smaller business class cabin of just 3 rows, arranged in a 1-to-1 configuration. The crew welcomed us warmly and showed us to our seats, identical to the previous flight and more than comfortable for this short 2-hour journey. There was a pillow and blanket waiting. Amenities like slippers were available upon request. Now, since this was a short regional flight, Book the Cook wasn't available. We ordered from the onboard menu instead. A slight hiccup, despite being the first to board and in a half-empty business class cabin, I was told they'd run out of the beef noodles I wanted. To the crew's credit, they checked again and somehow made it work. I did in the end get the noodles, but more on that in a moment. The pre-departure service included a welcome drink. I went with juice and a hot towel. I also requested slippers as my shoes were giving me blisters. Thankfully, they had some on hand. Initially, both our IFE screens weren't working, but the crew managed to get them up and running after takeoff. Another reminder to always bring your own entertainment just in case. We pushed back from Changi Airport just after 9:30 a.m. and I settled in for the short flight. As I said in an earlier video, the seat wing panels can be a little bit obstructive, blocking much of the window view from this window seat. Soon the lunch service began. A small pastry and fruit were served, followed by the beef noodles, which, while not visually appealing, they honestly look like a dog's dinner. They did taste absolutely fantastic. I'm glad I held out for them. A cup of coffee rounded off the meal. After lunch, I took a short walk to stretch my legs. At this point, I'd been traveling for around 14 hours and it was definitely catching up with me. I finished up the movie I'd been watching and caught a glimpse of another plane crossing beneath us. Pretty cool. Before we began our descent into Bangkok,